Look at what I look like. They're trying to make me look like a boy. The voices in my head. Which are tears. Oh, by the way, he's suffocating me. All day, they've been making me swell. And I want to show you the injuries. All day, and I've been recording, and in my last recording, you can tell I was having trouble breathing. Plus, they're trying to distract me from brushing my teeth. Okay, I'm going to show you my garment. So, this garment, okay, I'm going to fits me fine. However, they have made me swell so much that there is this rule over the garment from how much the terrorists talking in my head are making me swell. Now, this is like the same what do they call it? Lymphedema, or that people have on their cankles. Okay, the terrorists in my head are doing, it's like a straight fold all the way back. See that? I went and got a tummy tuck and liposuction. Let me show you here. The terrorist women in my head keep saying, if my men don't want you, bitch, why don't you get the fucking clue? The terrorists, the Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists, who need to be sentenced to death because they've murdered kids, is what they've said. Hit them with cars, trains. See this? That is them making me swell. This is after my tummy tuck. Like I said, they're making my forehead swell. And they're making my back swell. These are injuries. This is all an injury. They don't want me explaining that I hear them in my head because it's obvious they're going to get sentenced to fucking death. And all I fucking want to fucking do is sentence them to fucking death on God in front of everyone. The piece of shit keeps saying, I'm not arguing like I give two shits about a bitch. He's talking in my fucking head. He's Egyptian American Muslim, and his stupid whorebag sister is also being sentenced to death. So they're flipping their fucking lids because they're women. They're women murderers, and they belong in caskets after all the crimes they've committed. So he's making me swell more. Be clear. Now he's pushing my stomach out. He's suffocated me all day. He said, no working out. This is like a layer of swelling. I want those psychos in caskets. I want them sentenced to death. I'm not playing. I'm gonna put my phone down because they're forcing words out of my mouth. They're gonna pretend to be people outside. So I'm gonna put my phone down and make it clear that it's not coming from outside, because this piece of shit wants to get behind this telepathy technology again and investigate some more and then call my kids witnesses and victims to an assault or forced suicide. I'm not, first of all, it's them that are trying to force me to commit suicide. The bitch is talking in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. I want them sentenced to death. They won't get the fuck out of my head. them sentenced to death. I'm done talking about you stupid bitch. The terrorist bitches in my head keep saying they want to murder my daughter. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They keep saying fuck you more in my head. They're trash and want them sentenced to death. I'm going to measure myself so you guys know how much you've made me so fuck you. I can go to the hospital right now, you fucking little bitch. Fucking. He wants me to calm him, faggot. Sorry. No offense to anybody. It's just that he's sleeping next to grown-ass men. Oh. And his sisters. Or their sisters. And what was I saying about this shit? Oh, the matter. And I was telling the piece of shit, I can go to the hospital right now and they can go, all you gotta do is do a, do an ultrasound. It's not a fucking joke, guys. There's imaging for all that, sweetheart. I'm done talking, bitch. Alright? You fucking little bitch. Look around. I might actually end up in the hospital again. I don't care, honey. It's not either. Do you know what they'll do to you for how often I go in and they have to take blood? To explain that there are terrorists in my fucking head talking and torturing me? that made my hair fall out and they gave me bald spots and said, turn the bitches. At first they thought it was funny. But then when they realized, like, I'm not gonna, he's like, if you don't fucking stop saying it, you stupid bitch, it's gonna happen to your kids. And I just gave him the middle finger. And I told him to try it. Because she said, fuck you, or she's forcing words out of my mouth. The entire United States government, governments across the globe, the United States government went out of its way to appease as many countries as it possibly can and get them on board, especially the ones, obviously, that are pushing medicine and science to get on board with sentencing these terrorists to death. And you don't understand the lengths they went to put these fucking bitches talking in my head in their fucking caskets so that they don't have to argue with anybody, because these bitches committed such heinous fucking crimes that there is absolutely no way in fucking hell, if anybody understood what they have done, what they've been doing and what they're doing now, that any of these bitches would have fucking sat here, they would have lived this long. Okay? But the problem is that they disguise it, and the terrorist in my head, and so to corner these terrorists and make sure that they have no way of manipulating the investigations that they're claiming to be conducting. They have basically cornered them, and now they have people watching. They have surveillance everywhere. They own the tops. They have top clearance to where all the records are being held, and where there are people overseeing them to make sure that their embassies and whoever else permitted them to use the weapon comes forward if these bitches fucking commit crimes, to end the investigations immediately. So they have made their way up this chain, and now these terrorists, it's obvious, because now they've collected so many records that they're able to put together the pieces to create the actual sequence of events to the crime that occurred, and which terrorist was behind the telepathy, mind control, mind reading, surveillance technology at the time the crimes were being committed by people, civilians that are literally being used like puppets or robots, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to call people that are literally under the influence of this technology that can take your brain, implant thoughts, control it, turn you into a robot, and it feels natural. You wouldn't even know it. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. I want them sentenced to death. They're talking in my head. And they keep calling me garbage because I don't give a shit about a bitch. She's talking in my fucking head. The genius doesn't even know how to hack into somebody's head. The genius doesn't know how to hack into the records or block people. She doesn't know how to retrieve the records, and then at the same time, the bitches don't know how to stop the signal. These bitches are, and then after everything they've committed, how many people they want to oppress because they don't want people to find out, because like I keep saying, they'll want them all in caskets immediately. So these bitches are nothing but a danger to society, and they're stealing people's intellectual property so that they can remain financially capable of funding their organization so that they can remain behind these weapons. They're trafficking money, they're lying, they're frauds. No, they didn't earn their degrees. They can see through my eyes. They can force me to say words. They can talk into my head. And then it's like if someone is regulating it, right? So if someone's at the top where the actual records, because it's conflict of interest for them to have access to the records, they're either conducting an investigation or they have access to the records where they're auditing the records. So they don't have access to the records, so instead they're talking so that people that are regulating the records only hear what's in your head. They don't know if it's coming from outside. There's no way to determine it unless it's layered with other security cameras outside to say, wait, no one else saw it, no one else heard it, people around Renee never said they heard it. So they want me isolated from everyone. They're lying trash. You've heard me say it a million times. Stop acting like you're brand new. Here's the time and go into profitable. Because they're uncomfortable with me telling everyone. So I'm posting now on YouTube, and I'm just explaining that I hear voices in my head on Facebook. Get a good brushing. Okay, so I've measured before, and I'm usually a 20, between 29, 20, actually like 28, 29. So let's see where I'm at. I can go to the hospital right now and do an ultrasound. The bitch in my head keeps saying I'm fat. See that? That's on them. About a 31. About a 30. Man, this thing compresses. I was like a 27 right here. 28. Really? see you. The bitches in my head said they murdered 2 little boys that were 9 and 11 in LA, and they hit them with a car and framed Elizabeth Grossman. They took control of her mind, took control of her vehicle, and they're the ones who hit the kids with the car. They're the women talking in my head are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists, and they're affiliated with they're suffocating me, a larger organization of terrorists that, now if in fact they did it themselves or it was another group of terrorists involved, also affiliated with the same organization, I'm not quite sure, or I don't know if each of them has to basically take the life of a child to be committed into this terrorist organization of theirs. But it's just like they've been saying things that are really far out, dude. I want to watch these bitches die. They're talking in my head. If you're so sure, then do it and come out with it. He's suffocating me. I'm just fiddle. So no, fuck you. Sorry. I'm a Beyonce.